So I just saw shows for the third night at the National Asian American Theater Festival, and I saw 10 Reasons Why I'd Be a Bad Porn Star by Mei Li Yang, and Nat Go's production of A Number by Carol Churchill. 10 Reasons Why I'd Be a Bad Porn Star is, part of it is about sex and sex education, or the lack thereof of sex education in the Hmong community or within the Asian American community, female sexuality and male sexuality within Asian culture or Asian American culture, and entertainment culture. The play was very brave in terms of bringing up a lot of issues about sexuality within the Asian American community. Nat Go's production of A Number is, I think, the second traditional play of the festival, and I think the only one that's written by a non-Asian playwright. Nat Go's mission of producing plays that are not about Asian Americans or Asian culture and casting them with Asian Americans fit really well in terms of that mission statement into this festival, because we were able to see really fantastic performances. And the play had an interesting context in terms of putting an Asian American cast in this kind of traditionally white piece. I think it's very important that Asian Americans get the opportunity to do parts that they aren't traditionally thought of as playing. When I say oh, it doesn't sound like this, oh, Asians don't act like that, it also asks the questions, what do they act like? What do we act like? It was really refreshing to see a straight play in the festival. Most of the pieces that I've seen the other nights have been performance pieces or solo pieces or pieces that are movement-based without a very linear narrative, and a nice change of pace to see a narrative traditional play. So tomorrow will be the last day of the Asian American Theater Festival, and last night as I was out having a drink in the East West Players Courtyard and saying goodbye to some people that had to leave today, I started to feel a little bit sad that the whole thing was coming to an end. It makes me think about a few questions, like how do we keep this momentum going? How do we keep this feeling of community that we have here? How do we keep the sense of community with us as we all go off to our different parts of the world and our different parts of the country to try and create our work? Because we need each other, and we need to find ways to keep connected and stay together, but also, even if we aren't close to each other, remember that we are there and remember where our roots are, and so that our work will be stronger. I hope that after tomorrow, when I go back to New York, that I will remember that and remember my experiences here, how I was inspired by these people that are around me, how so many of them have shown me such good examples of staying true to their vision and true to their work. And I hope that I can keep that with me as I continue in my creative journeys. One last day of the festival, and I'm really looking forward to seeing Suno Tell Me Sister and Dictate tomorrow.